Uh, Wait. Cristiano Ronaldo not playing tonight. Fans can't believe it. Al Nassr's biggest star missing from the lineup against FC Goa. But this isn't just about rest or injury. There's a twist that's got the football world talking. Was this a tactical masterstroke or a silent warning about something bigger? And just as the Ronaldo mystery unfolds, Erling Haaland drops a statement that Chang will explain everything in this video, step by step. Don't skip it.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the globe, hold on to your seats because tonight we've got drama, surprise, and a touch of football royalty in the headlines.
Al Nassr fans are asking one burning question. Where is Cristiano Ronaldo? The Portuguese superstar, the face of football glory, the man who redefines greatness every time he steps onto the pitch, is not playing tonight against FC Goa. Yes, you heard that right. No Ronaldo in the lineup. And the world is buzzing. The cameras pan to the bench, but the legend wasn't even there. So what's going on? Injury? Rest? Tactical decision? Or something deeper? Well, sources close to the club suggest it's a precautionary move, a minor muscle concern after that fiery double last week. Ronaldo, ever the perfectionist, doesn't take chances when his body speaks. The man's mission isn't just to play, it's to dominate every single time he laces up those golden boots. But don't be fooled, even when he's not on the pitch, Ronaldo's shadow looms large. His work ethic, his mentality, it's the heartbeat of Al Nassr's dressing room. His teammates know the king may rest tonight, but he's watching every pass, every goal, every mistake. And while one legend rests, another star is talking. Yes, Erling Haaland, the Norwegian machine himself, has spoken out about the Messi-Ronaldo debate. In classic Haaland fashion, cool, calm and confident, he played down the rivalry, saying he doesn't compare himself to Messi or Ronaldo. But deep down, you can tell he knows those two giants set the bar, and he's chasing that summit every single day. It's a passing of generations we're witnessing, folks. Ronaldo, the relentless icon, still rewriting records in Saudi Arabia. Messi, the magician, mesmerising Miami. And Haaland, the new beast on the block, rewriting goal-scoring scripts in Manchester. Football isn't just a game tonight. It's a story of legacy, of passion, of evolution. Ronaldo may not be on the pitch, but his influence, oh, it's everywhere. So buckle up, football lovers, because whether it's Riyadh, Goa, or Manchester, the beautiful game never sleeps. Cristiano Ronaldo's absence from tonight's Al Nassr clash against FC Goa set the football world ablaze with speculation, emotion, and curiosity. Whenever Ronaldo is missing from the pitch, it's not just a player absent, it feels like an entire spotlight has dimmed for a moment. Fans from Riyadh to Lisbon, from Mumbai to Manchester, are all asking the same question in disbelief. Why isn't the Portuguese icon playing? The buzz isn't confined to Saudi Arabia. It's a global conversation, trending across social media platforms, dominating news headlines, and sparking endless debates among pundits and fans alike. When a player of Ronaldo's stature sits out, it's not just a team update, it's a worldwide event. The energy inside the Al Nassr fan base has shifted dramatically. Hours before kick-off, fans were chanting his name, holding banners, and wearing his legendary number 7 with pride, expecting another magical performance. But when the team sheet dropped and Ronaldo's name wasn't there, the crowd's roar turned into a collective gasp. It's as if football itself paused for a second, caught off guard. Reporters on the ground scrambled for answers, camera lenses, focused on the bench, and every spectator checked their phones, hoping for an update. Some fans refused to believe it at first. Maybe he'll come on later. They said, but as the realisation settled in, the question grew louder and louder. What happened to Ronaldo? This is not just about a superstar missing a match. It's about what Ronaldo represents: consistency, determination, and the will to always show up. His absence reminds the world that even football's Iron Man is human. This is a player who built his empire on relentless fitness, unmatched discipline, and an unyielding hunger for perfection. The thought of him missing a game sends shockwaves through the community because for nearly 2 decades, Ronaldo has been synonymous with availability, resilience, and performance. He has played through pressure, pain, and exhaustion more times than anyone can count. So when he's not out there leading Al Nassr's charge, it's something that commands attention. The buzz online has turned into a storm. Hashtags like number where is Ronaldo and number Ronaldo not playing are trending across X and Instagram. Fans are speculating everything from a tactical rest to an undisclosed injury. Some are analysing training videos frame by frame, trying to spot a limp, a stretch, or a sign of fatigue. Others argue that maybe the coaching staff simply wants to preserve him for bigger upcoming fixtures. Football influencers, analysts, and journalists are all chiming in with their theories. Sports networks are rolling out breaking news graphics every few minutes, replaying his last match, analysing his minutes, and comparing his workload to previous weeks. In the stadium, young fans are visibly disappointed. Many came just to witness their hero live, to watch his trademark stepovers, his power shots, and maybe even his iconic shoe celebration echo through the stands. Instead, they're holding up his posters as a symbol of hope, chanting his name in hopes the camera pans to him at least once. Cristiano Ronaldo's absence tonight isn't shrouded in mystery, for long emerging reports confirm that it's a precautionary rest due to a minor muscle concern. It's something that may seem small but carries enormous significance when it comes to a player of his stature. At 39, Ronaldo continues to perform at levels that defy logic, but even the strongest athletes understand that the body sometimes whispers before it screams. Those close to the Al Nassr camp revealed that Ronaldo felt slight tightness during training earlier in the week, and though it wasn't a serious injury, the medical team and coaching staff made the joint decision to give him rest rather than risk aggravation. For a man obsessed with perfection and longevity, this decision reflects his deep understanding of his own limits and his hunger to stay fit for the long run. It's a tactical pause, not a setback, a moment of discipline rather than defeat. The footballing world knows how Ronaldo's competitive spirit operates. Sitting out is never an easy choice for him. Throughout his two-decade career, he has built a reputation as one of the most durable athletes in modern sport, rarely missing games and always pushing through pain barriers that would sideline most players. But this time, it's not about proving toughness, it's about proving wisdom. He understands the season is long, the fixtures are packed, and every minute he conserves today could add up to greatness tomorrow. This is the evolution of an athlete who has conquered time itself, from the explosive teenager at Manchester United to the seasoned commander at Al Nassr. Ronaldo's awareness of his body has become one of his most powerful tools. Behind the decision, there's also a calculated strategy. Al Nassr's medical and fitness staff have been monitoring Ronaldo's load closely. In recent matches, he's played with his usual intensity, sprinting, pressing and demanding perfection from every teammate. That workload paired with the heat and travel schedule can take a toll even on the best conditioned athlete. The coaches knew the risk of pushing him one game too far outweighed the reward of a single night's performance against FC Goa, so they intervened early. It's a reminder that football today is as much about science and recovery as it is about skill and goals. Modern teams track every heartbeat, every kilometre run and every microstrain to ensure their star players stay at peak capacity for when it truly matters, the decisive moments, the finals, the matches that define legacies. For Ronaldo, this rest is far from passive. He'll likely be analysing plays, mentoring his teammates and visualising the next challenge from the sidelines. That's the kind of mindset he carries even when not on the pitch. His focus remains razor sharp. He knows his fans are watching, his critics are waiting, and his legacy is still being written with every decision he makes. What separates him from others is not just his ability to perform, but his ability to prepare, to plan, and to preserve himself for greatness. When Cristiano Ronaldo is missing from the lineup, Al Nassr's entire rhythm shifts. His presence is more than just goals and assists, it's leadership, energy, and an unspoken demand for excellence. Tonight, as the team steps onto the field without their captain, there's a visible difference in both morale and strategy. The players know they're missing the talisman, the one who inspires confidence simply by walking into the dressing room. Every teammate, from the goalkeeper to the wingers, feels the absence of that voice that constantly shouts, motivates, and pushes them beyond their limits. Ronaldo's intensity sets the tone. Without it, Al Nassr's heartbeat seems a little quieter, their movement a little more cautious. Yet at the same time, this absence becomes a test of character, an opportunity for others to rise and show they can carry the torch when the king rests. On the tactical front, Al Nassr's entire attacking structure has to adapt. Ronaldo's natural instinct to drift into dangerous spaces, his ability to draw defenders, and his timing in front of goal give the team a unique shape when he plays. Without him, the coach must rethink the offensive approach. The wingers now have more responsibility to cut inside. The midfield must become more creative, and the striker stepping in to replace him face immense pressure to deliver. Every cross, every through ball, every corner that would normally find Ronaldo's head now has to find a new target. The opposition in this case FC Goa, will surely feel a wave of relief, knowing that one of football's deadliest finishers won't be lurking in the box, waiting to punish every defensive lapse. Yet, paradoxically, this can make Al Nassr more unpredictable when one man commands, so much attention. His absence can confuse defenders who no longer know who to mark. In the locker room, the emotional side of the game comes into play. Ronaldo's leadership extends far beyond tactics. His motivational speeches, his demands for professionalism, his obsession with victory, they create an atmosphere where everyone must rise to his standards. Players feed off that intensity. Younger talents in particular look to him as a guide, a living blueprint of what greatness looks like. Without his immediate presence, some of that fire may dim, but it also gives others the chance to step into leadership roles. This is where the team's unity and mentality are tested. Can they maintain that winning spirit when the figurehead is watching from the sidelines rather than leading the charge on the field? From a psychological perspective, his absence alters not just the team's morale, but the mindset of the opposition as well. Teams facing Ronaldo usually adjust their game plans, entirely doubling up on him, closing down space, and bracing for the inevitable moment of brilliance. Without him, they may play with more freedom, but they also risk underestimating Al Nassr's collective strength. That dynamic makes the match more open, more unpredictable, and perhaps more exciting in its own right. Erling Haaland's recent comments about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo have added a fresh twist to football's greatest debate. In an era where every word from a superstar becomes headline material, Haaland's calm and composed response to the never-ending comparison stood out. When asked about being the next in line after Messi and Ronaldo, the Norwegian striker didn't take the bait. Instead, he played it down, brushing off the question with that trademark coolness that defines him both on and off the pitch. He made it clear that he doesn't see himself as a replacement for either of the two legends, nor does he measure his success by their standards. For a player still in the early stages of what could become an iconic career, that humility and focus are telling. It reveals a young man aware of his place in football's grand narrative, confident enough to know his worth, but wise enough not to compete with history before its time. The media, of course, spun it in every direction. Some saw it as respect, others interpreted it as quiet confidence. Haaland's words, however, carried a certain balance. They reflected an understanding that Messi and Ronaldo didn't just play football, they times defined times and era. Their rivalry transcended sport and became part of global culture. Haaland knows that trying to fill that void directly would be impossible, and perhaps even foolish. His approach is different. He's not chasing their shadows, he's carving his own path, one goal at a time, one record at a time, and doing it in a style that is uniquely his. The way he approaches the game, no unnecessary flair, no ego-driven theatrics, just ruthless efficiency and ice-cold finishing is his statement. It's not about outshining Messi or Ronaldo, it's about becoming the first Erling Haaland. What makes this moment so fascinating is the generational contrast it represents. Ronaldo and Messi built their greatness through longevity, dominance, and a rivalry that pushed them both to unimaginable heights. Haaland, on the other hand, represents the modern evolution of football: power, pace, precision, and data-driven performance. He's the prototype of a new breed of forwards, raised in a world where every movement is analysed, every sprint measured, every metric tracked. Yet, despite the technology and the hype, Haaland's grounded response shows that he understands football's emotional core: respect for those who came before and patience for one's own journey. He's not rushing to be crowned the next king. He's content letting his boots do the talking. Fans and pundits couldn't help but compare his humility to the fiery competitiveness that defined Ronaldo or the quiet genius of Messi. But Haaland's way is neither. It's methodical, mechanical, and modern. He's rewriting the script for how greatness can look in the post-Messi Ronaldo era. His statement doesn't end the debate, it transforms it. Instead of competing with ghosts, he's reminding the world that every generation needs its own heroes. Shaped by their own challenges and defined by their own footballing language, the landscape of football is shifting before our very eyes, and the generational torch is glowing brighter than ever. For nearly 2 decades, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi stood as the twin pillars of greatness, rewriting what it meant to be elite athletes. Their rivalry transcended leagues, nations, and statistics, creating a golden age of football defined by perfection and passion. But as time marches forward, a new era begins to take shape, one where their influence doesn't fade but evolves. The new generation of stars, led by players like Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham, isn't trying to replace Ronaldo or Messi. They're building upon the foundation the two legends laid. The world is witnessing a natural transition of greatness, from the icons who conquered every challenge to the prodigies determined to create their own legacy. Ronaldo's continued dominance at 39 symbolises the endurance of that older generation, a reminder that greatness doesn't expire, it adapts. His commitment to excellence and his ability to stay relevant in an ever-changing football world have inspired countless young players who grew up idolising him. Even when he's not playing, his presence remains an unspoken influence over how the game is approached, how goals are celebrated, and how success is pursued. Messi, on the other hand, embodies the artistry of football, the side that values creativity, balance, and effortless beauty. Together, they've set two different blueprints for what it means to reach the pinnacle: Ronaldo's relentless drive and Messi's natural genius. The new generation stands at the crossroads of these two philosophies, blending power with precision, data with instinct, and humility with hunger. Haaland, in particular, represents the future of this evolution. His style mirrors aspects of both legends, the clinical efficiency of Ronaldo and the calm intelligence reminiscent of Messi. Yet he's distinctly modern, built for a faster, more tactical version of football. The shift from flair-driven dominance to system-based brilliance marks how the game itself has evolved. Where Messi and Ronaldo often carried teams single-handedly, the new generation thrives within collective systems, using science, fitness and analytics as allies. Still, the essence remains the same: the pursuit of excellence, the desire to leave a mark, and the hunger to be remembered. This torch-passing moment is more than symbolic, it's emotional. For fans who have grown up during the Messi-Ronaldo era, it feels like watching a sunset that's both beautiful and bittersweet. But football's magic lies in its constant renewal. As one chapter closes, another begins, and the beauty of this sport is that it never stops evolving. The new heroes will face their own rivals, their own defining moments, and their own tests of greatness. They may never replicate what came before, but they will shape what comes next. The Messi-Ronaldo legacy isn't ending, it's transforming into inspiration, fueling the dreams of the next generation who now step forward to write their own history. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.